Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 651. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Hello, hello.
There's one thing I can say at the start of this episode, guys. This episode is not coming to Game Pass.
Damn it.
Sorry.
None of this real footage either. It's fucking cinematics.
No world premiere.
That's Game Awards thing.
I know.
I guess Summer
as-
Games Fest could have done it too.
Guys, this is a fun episode for us. There's a
No,
lot of
Xbox does it
showcases.
too. World
that?
premiere. Yeah, Xbox does it.
Yeah, no, they did
That's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They just did it here, and the amount of coming to Game Pass, it was every game. It was literally their
Almost.
plug. It was like everything. I don't think what game didn't show that at the showcase.
Well, they did. I noticed they didn't say that for the Yakuza stuff.
Oh,
but-
No.
oh.
I know it'll be there eventually, like all the other stuff, but probably not day one.
No.
All right. Well, let's go right into this, guys. So this is the Gamecast. We're live Twitch starting on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. Join us live. Join the conversations. It's a lot of fun. If you miss us live, all of our stuff's over on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to both channels to get the latest and greatest. But this episode is quite packed, so we're gonna get right into it, skipping what we've been up to, unless we got nothing really. Everybody's playing the same stuff. More impressions next week from us for Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter, stuff like that. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so we had a bunch of showcases last week. It was a hell of a week, actually. It was exciting.
Yeah, you guys happy?
think-
You guys got your E3 back to back to back?
Yeah, I mean, I loved
Yeah.
it. I mean,
In a way, it makes me feel like Sony missed out by being separated. It sort of feels like
no, it's the same
no, it sort
time.
of feels like they're not part of it.
It's the time of the year, man. No, I think it was fine. Like I liked. They used to. One of them always used to go really early, anyways. I thought it was Sony, anyways.
I mean, they never had them all on the same day.
Yeah,
There's
it was the
always
same
different-
week.
Oh no, it'd be like a week, but
Now we
Yeah, I
search
mean,
out
Sony
between
was-
2 weeks. So
Yeah. So it was
Whatever
2
it
weeks, but I mean, we've got this week. We got Ubisoft last week. Last week we got Ubisoft, Capcom, Xbox Game Showcase. We got some
Capcom
news
was
Summer
from.
yesterday.
Game Fest.
in
What's
Summer
that?
Game
We got
Fest.
some, that's what I'm saying. We got some news from. I was gonna say
Yeah.
from Summer Game Fest, which I'm gonna get into here. But we could kick it off with that first before going with the Xbox Showcase. But so we got a new Sonic game announced, which looked like pretty impressive. I liked it.
I am skeptical as a Sonic
It can
fan.
It can be fun.
I am getting Sonic 4 vibes from it. I don't trust that they can translate the 2D action to 3D because I've never done it before. It's always been bad. I think
It's
Generations.
like 2.5D, isn't it?
No,
Well,
it's
that's 2D scroller, just with
Yeah,
more
no, it's-
higher
Higher
different type of graphics.
It
Four
looks like they're
player
going
though.
for what
4-player.
it's 4-player, and it looks like they're going for more what Nintendo's given us with the Mario games, the latest ones.
yeah. I also
Um,
don't know if that's gonna work with the speed that Sonic normally moves at, but we'll see.
But they built blast processing into every game.
Yeah. Well, listen, the Genesis was 60 FPS back then, so that's what that was.
Yeah.
You can say it's not
Um,
real all you want. It was something.
It was not real. No, it wasn't. It was
No,
not real.
I mean, it was
It's
the
a
same thing
faster-
that everybody else put
faster
in the systems. It's all the
faster
same.
processing power. No, not. It was
Clever
faster than Super
marketing.
Nintendo that way.
Clever marketing.
Oh yeah.
It was
Read,
faster.
read
No,
console.
I'm not trying to
it
sound like-
admitted
We got
it
two-
was a marketing thing. My God.
Yes, it's a marketing thing, but it's still faster processing.
Oh my God.
I wasn't trying to start an argument. I was just telling a joke. Anyways, I think the game actually looks pretty fun. It's a 4-player co-op kind of style game. 2D Sonic game that's not sprites anymore. I was like, you cowards, just go with sprites. But I was like, you know what?
No.
It doesn't look that bad. I think it looks pretty good.
No,
I'd rather have a Sonic Mania sequel, but whatever.
They're looking at new Super Mario Brothers and being like, yeah, we should have done this.
Yes, that's what they went for. New Super Mario Brothers style. So, all right. We'll see what that does. When is there a release date for this? Fall?
Yeah. At least Sonic's alive. I mean,
Yeah.
a 3D and a 2D game in 1 year. I mean, that's pretty good for Sonic. Like, that's pretty good.
That's pretty awesome. Let's see. We got a Spider-Man 2 release date, guys.
October, a little later than we thought. Just a month.
October 20th. Yeah, October 20th.
Yeah,
So-
trailer.
Good.
They showed last time, so this looks good.
Yeah.
It's all exciting to see. It's
Yeah,
coming.
I don't-
We
yeah.
got a date for it this year. Can't,
Don't need to see any more of that really until I'm playing it.
I'm good with it. Like that's the thing we're gonna get into with the showcase. Like I didn't watch the whole Starfield thing because like I'm good on. Like I don't need to see 50 minutes of a gameplay.
I skipped around it, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
I
we'll get
do
into it. I'm
think
just
you
saying, like,
guys, if you haven't played Miles Morales, definitely watch or play Miles Morales.
I have
I
played
almost-
A
that.
lot of things that are going to that seem to be going on is like directly,
Yeah.
like they're
I will-
falling right after. So
I will say I was like this close to buying a PS5 this weekend. Like it's still in my cart. It's
I
still
mean,
on
some of the
sale.
new. Did we say like Venom's not going to be Eddie Brock? Like, did we say that last
Yeah,
week?
no, we didn't say that last week because that was I think it was this week that was released. So Eddie Brock will not be Venom in this game. It looks great.
Yeah, what's up with that? I don't. Let's see. That's something I kind of don't want to know about, honestly.
It'll play
But
into my
whatever.
theory, the fact that I've seen Spider-Man fight Venom, so it won't play into my theory of Peter Parker becoming
That's all I
Venom.
have to say is they just got to play Miles Morales.
Maybe it's an alternate universe Peter Parker playing Venom.
I mean, no, it would be, well, who we think it would be at the end of the previous game would not be
Yeah.
Eddie Brock. It would be somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game. October 20th looks awesome. Hopefully we'll have a PS5 by then. And
Oh, that's the other thing. It's not PS4, right? So finally.
yeah.
No, we're finally in the next gen. Yep.
All right, Mike. Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay debut trailer.
It looks like Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
The only thing that, yeah, I mean, again, the way that this was so shrouded in secrecy and that it's not Injustice, I just need more from this than what is shown. Now, there is new, obviously they have the cameo characters that come in and they're basically assists, and I don't really care too much about that. But they also added air combos, which is new for this series.
We're Marvel now. We're Marvel now, baby.
So we'll see if that works. I'm curious about that because, you know, a lot of the fighting game purists think that Injustice and Mortal Kombat are a little too jumpy already because you're always jumping to try to, like, you know, cross them up, and there's not a lot of punishment in these games. There is, but it's not universal or everyone. So people complain that certain characters jump too much. So I'm curious about how they're gonna make it not even more jumpy with this. I guess the fact that you slow down and fight midair might help, or I don't know. But I need something a little more, you know, revolutionary. Hopefully,
they've removed the crypt, right? So they're doing something different with this.
yeah, I hope. Oh, I don't know exactly, but I hope it's something conquesty, where, you know, little mini RPG thing in there or something like that. Well, so we'll wait and see. I'm on the fence about this game still.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah.
What's the
Meanwhile,
release
you're
date?
playing. Oh,
What's the release date? Do we have one?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember.
September.
Is that yeah, that's right.
It was fall, but I didn't know we have an actual day.
Is that
that-
September? I don't know. Everything is September or October, pretty
Quick
much.
Skip. Let me find out why we're talking.
Yeah.
skip
No,
through.
I think it looks really cool.
September
I like
19th.
I like the idea of the story here. I just like seeing what and how much you're getting with Street Fighter 6. Like, if they're not getting a lot here, it's gonna feel disappointing, unfortunately. Because right now, like you were saying earlier, Mike, it's like it doesn't feel like we're getting a lot. But it's still pretty early with the reveals and stuff like. So hopefully we see and hear more about what else you're gonna do in this game.
Yeah, it just feels like the marketing's a little. I mean, we're 3 months off, and like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're holding back modes and stuff like that, that feels really weird. Like, why wouldn't you just come out of the gate and be like,
Here's everything.
Crypt, Conquest,
Especially 'cause they waited
Commander, whatever.
So long. Yeah, they waited so long to show us this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean
weird.
they've been working on it for 4 years. They said so.
Show
Yeah.
us. Show us.
All right. Let's see. Next up, let's go to the game showcase. Xbox Game Showcase is next.
That was it?
Um,
What? You're skipping over Final Fantasy?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I missed Final Fantasy.
What are you
I
fucking
apologize.
looking at?
I'm not looking at anything. I'm going through my own timeline of my own head, really.
No.
So
There's your problem.
yeah, you just missed Final Fantasy. You know why? Because I can't fucking play Final Fantasy this time, so it doesn't affect me.
Whose fault is that?
I know. No, the game looks phenomenal. Like,
How many
love this
Xbox games have you
game.
played again?
Yeah, I know. I'm playing. Well, I'm going to be playing one.
Exclusives.
I know one,
Exclusives.
yeah, there will be one.
They're coming,
But
sort of.
Yeah, I want to play Final Fantasy so badly, and it's a bummer that I can't. And that's another reason why I had the PlayStation 5 in my cart this weekend, because it was such a good deal. But yeah, 16 looks so good. I just like I. It reminds me of like everything. Like I feel like they're not going to make the same mistake with 15. You know what I mean? Like 15 was so good.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
wasn't referring to 16. I was referring to 7 remake too.
oh, the 7 remake. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was
Rebirth.
going to 16 too. Yeah. All right. I mean, take your pick, but man, I gotta. There's too much. There's just too much.
It is.
I don't even know what to do. But it looks amazing. That looks incredible. I'm interested to see where they go with this in this remake in the remaster remake. Call it whatever you want. They really remade the entire game. Yeah.
Well, it's called literally called Rebirth.
Yeah, but I know that. But I mean, they literally remade the entire game. So, like, I'm so psyched to see where they go with the way they ended the first part. It's kind of interesting to see where they want to go with this universe, because is it the same game we've got before, or is it going to be a little different? You know,
no, it's definitely going to be different.
No.
The whole
It seems way different from what they shown.
the whole thing.
I know that
the whole reveal was like it's different.
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, how much different are we going to get? Like, how much? I mean, is it going
It's
to be
always
like
the question. It's
I mean,
always the
that's what I'm
question.
saying, like, are there key things that are going to still happen, or are they going to change? Like, that's where I'm like,
Well, like one of the main characters that dies didn't die.
I know that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So it should be interesting. But it should be interesting. I'm excited
We'll
for
see.
this.
And it's coming. It's coming. So I thought like it seemed like it was gonna be coming out this year, but it's actually not coming out until early next year. But still,
Yeah, they want to give 16 some breathing room.
16 is gonna be so good though. Like, I can't wait for this game. And then like you'll barely finish 16 and have to play this this Rebirth. But they look incredible. It's amazing what the work they're doing on these Final Fantasy games finally.
And
So-
well, I mean, like as long as the games are finished, that's really where I'm more concerned about.
That's what I was getting at before with 15. That's
Was,
what I was trying to talk about. Like, I just want like stick the landing. Stick the landing. Like that's going to be the key for any of these Final Fantasy games. Like we already know the end. That's what I was trying to say. Like Final Fantasy 7, we know where it's going, but we don't. So it's like just stick the landing kind of thing. Like that's what I'm saying.
Was the Like a Dragon Gaiden reveal technically in Game Fest?
I don't remember when that
Was
was.
that during Game Fest?
What was that?
The Like a Dragon Gaiden one.
I think so.
I feel like
a trailer, but
Or it might have been Xbox.
it
I
was during the
can't pull up
Xbox
the
showcase.
no, that was the other Like a Dragon game in the
Oh,
Xbox.
I thought that's what
showcase.
you're talking about. Okay.
No.
Which one are you
There's
talking about?
the one I'm more interested in. The Like a Dragon Gaiden one, the one that's coming out this year,
Okay.
following the Kiryu, and you have basically it's everything that I was missing from Ishin, where we get the modern setting back. We get something that's relevant to the actual like mainline story here, and more action. So I liked what I saw from Like a Dragon Ishin. They're basically making Kiryu like John Wick, is what they said. Not what they said; it's what people have said watching the trailer. And it makes sense. He's like. The character is really funny to me. It's like a guy whose superpower is he can't ever lose a physical fight, basically. And he's retired. He's off the grid, and now they're pulling him back in. So I'm looking forward to that. Even though it's only going to be digital, apparently, which is a bummer. But
So I'm looking forward to the Like a Dragon
Proper.
proper one. That's what I'm looking forward to. I loved Like a Dragon. Like, that was. Yeah, that's.
Well, no,
That's
I'm
the
saying
new
that's
style.
yeah, I know.
that's
not
that's what it's
It's
called.
the
Like they said they're calling that
Yeah,
the
like,
main
that's
line.
the mainline series, not a side series.
Now it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Like,
We-
sure, we only got a trailer for it, but
Well, you don't need to see
No.
gameplay of that anyway. But trailer was funny. But what's interesting with that, and we're jumping ahead a little here to
I'm just using them.
Xbox.
That's okay.
But with that, it seems as if it's taking place at least partially in some American
English-speaking,
or
yeah,
English-speaking
English-speaking country.
area. People are assuming it's Hawaii, maybe. So that's a big change. I don't think that there's ever been
that would be
anything
yeah.
outside of Japan.
That's what I
in
said because I was like,
any of
oh,
those games.
because
Yeah.
like getting a new environment, new city to like mess around. That sounds really cool. Like
I mean, you get that occasionally, but it's always been in Japan. So this is
right.
I mean, I know it's not going to be the whole thing. You're going to get something reused in that game because that's what
Oh
you do.
yeah,
That's
for
how
sure.
they churn these out
Yeah,
so fast.
no,
But
that's fair. That's fine.
but yeah, no, that's a big difference, big deal. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be interesting.
Yep. Cool. All right. What else do we have from the Summer Games?
I don't
Before
know.
we move on.
I don't know, but actually, I wonder if Keeley's feeling. I don't know if how collaborative or competitive these feel, but it seems like most of the bigger stuff was not on his show.
No, of course not. Microsoft paying Game Pass money to promote a lot of these bigger games, and
Yeah.
Ubisoft and Capcom did their own show. Sony did their own show.
Yeah.
Nintendo does their own show. I mean, that's fine. Like not like the thing is that's fine. Like I don't mind Keeley having like the smaller, indie or like mid indie whatever.
It wasn't necessarily about the reveals, more information about the stuff we were hearing about.
And that's fine. I mean, I didn't watch it live anyway, so whatever. Turtles DLC.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one. So, yeah.
What happened?
Turtles
the DLC for the Turtles. Yeah, Turtles. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Usagi, what's his last name?
Yojimbo.
Or Yojimbo, or first name? It's always confusing to me. But yeah, it's cool. New character and I guess new modes, although they weren't very clear about how those modes play out or what exactly the new levels are, or even if that is the new story or levels. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked like new locales, but
yeah, it's cool. I didn't expect something new from that.
Cool. All right, showcase then.
Sure.
Go for it, Jim. You've been excited to talk about this one.
World premiere.
World premieres and coming to Game Pass. So we had a teaser trailer finally for Fable, although there's no gameplay, so it was just an in-game
I cannot
CG.
believe the fucking audacity to launch with Fable as a fucking CGI trailer.
There might be a second of in-game.
There might be
stuff in there.
They said it was, they
said in engine, but that doesn't mean shit. We didn't see gameplay.
They said in
meaningless.
They said in engine
footage.
Yeah.
In-game footage can still be, cutscenes that they make in the game.
Yeah, because I made sure that I was watching most of the anything that shows me like in engine, I'm like, okay, this doesn't exist. But even in game could not exist because you don't know what it looks like at this point. That was what they chose to show us. It doesn't mean that it actually exists either. So, whatever. But I'm excited for the craziness of the world. It's just I wish that we had something more to see for this game.
Date, no real gameplay.
Date, not even a year, no quarter. Like, why? Why even fucking bother? Like, why?
I don't know.
I mean,
you could just put the name up on the screen again if you wanted to.
I'm more reassured. If I was a Fable fan, which I'm not, but I'm more reassured with that than I am as a Perfect Dark fan because that's just not existing. So
yeah, Churro just trying to Churro the idea of Fable sounds awesome, right? It's exciting.
Fable seems to be something that might happen soon. Perfect Dark.
I'm still confused with what they were doing with Fable 2 because it didn't look like neat or interesting at all. It looked generic. Generic fantasy period piece.
I mean, it's supposed to be fantasy piece. That's what it's supposed to be.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, when you saw like Fable 2, I was like, oh, this is cool looking, and you're seeing new things, and it's exciting, and like it had an epic scale to it at the time. This seems small, and like we're talking about vegetables. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Big vegetables from a giant who apparently is a recognizable actor who I don't recognize.
You don't know him?
The IT crowd.
Yeah,
IT crowd, man.
He's on.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Did you turn it off and on again?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of the guys in the basement.
He looks vaguely familiar to me, actually. But
we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. He was in a lot of movies, but yes, go on. He's been in movies.
We have so much to talk about. We should not talk about that.
No, we don't have to talk about every single game revealed on this thing.
No, you're right.
No, that's that one is interesting.
Thank you. All right, I do want to mention real quick that I loved. If I'm jumping, I'm not going to skip stuff. I hope not, guys. But I did like the Sea of Thieves, Monkey Island crossover idea that they brought up. I thought that was interesting.
I thought that was
pretty cool.
It's cool for people who like either thing, but I
like
don't
the
care.
Monkey Island universe, and I thought it was a perfect fit for Sea of Thieves. I'm sorry.
People
Sure.
who like
100% on
both,
wrong.
No, that's fine.
good
I
for
mean,
them.
you're
but
entitled to your opinion. I think it's stupid. I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the idea of it is
Sea of
really
Thieves
cool.
is stupid,
Little
but
late.
whatever.
But let's then go into a beefy one, Persona 3 Reload,
Yeah.
which I liked.
Okay.
I mean, that's a remake for bring Persona 3 into like Persona 5 kind of combat like infrastructure kind of thing. I think that's
Visuals,
awesome.
design, UI.
Yeah,
Yes.
infrastructure
Quality
I
of
call
life.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think for me, who has not ever really played through 3, this is great. So I'm excited for this.
Mhm.
Yeah, curious. It's curious why they didn't add the extra stuff. They're just gonna remake the original game.
Yeah.
I'm not like it's not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just surprised.
I'm surprised too. Like,
because you had a whole new character and storyline and things, and then a little bit of quality of life stuff, but not. But it's the same. It's just like you had it. You have it there. It's
it
already
feels
there.
like a lot of RPG stuff. There's never going to be like one definitive version because it's like you could be like, oh well, the PSP game has like this advantage, has the female character, it has the new storyline, new social links. Maybe like, oh well, you have P3 Fez, which has XYZ, and then the answer, which is like a epilogue side content game and stuff like that. So it just feels like I'm happy, but kind of disappointed too after all these years that they didn't just go full hog, like do everything.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're remaking it from the ground up, essentially. Just add all the stuff.
Yeah, I swear to God, if they wait like a year or two and be like Persona 3 reloaded, it's like shut the fuck up. Like goddamn Alex.
That is actually super plausible. Now that you
It
say that,
really
it's
is,
gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that. Oh, man. So
P5 Tactics also shown.
It's like chibi style.
Yeah, chibi stuff. Not
They
my
are
thing.
milking Persona 5 so hard to the point where like I don't even care anymore. Like I just don't care.
I've seen Joker way too many
Yeah,
times.
it's just like,
point.
bro,
Yeah.
you're not that cool.
Yeah, got it. Gotcha. Let's see.
I'm happy for the people that like it, but I'm just I don't care.
Sega very active in this, all of this.
Yeah, I had South of Midnight Compulsion Games trailer. Nothing much for that.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I think I saw it, and I don't know what it is
either. That was one of the first CG trailers they showed. So.
Is that the one with the like bio?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Louisiana style thing.
I think the first big title I saw that I was impressed with so far was Avowed.
Avowed looks awesome.
Again,
I think
we get Avowed.
Yeah, I mean it looks great. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
You guys like the way that looked? Interesting.
I mean,
yeah.
I thought it looked kind of dopey, but
I understand it's the style of the game though, Mike. Like I expect it to look that way, and it's gonna be a huge game. So
It got a like an overhaul, right? I mean, the original Avowed was a lot more serious looking, right? I think if I remember correctly.
Well, this is going to be made by Obsidian.
Yes.
And they've already admitted they're.
so you expect it to be huge because
No, it's gonna be Outer Wild. They already said it's gonna be like the Outer.
They already said
Yeah,
it's going
it's
to be
gonna
the
be
same scope of Outer
like small.
Wild, which is fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you want to get stuff that's new. You want to get stuff that's exciting, something that's different every once in a while.
I think it
all
looked
these
great.
sequels.
I think it
it's
looked good.
cool, but
I'm excited for it because
sometimes you want some new stuff.
it's that same style, Mike. I mean, I think it's gonna be fun to play. So
Maybe.
What else we have here? Avowed. Let's see. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty.
I have to say,
Oh,
this
trailer.
looks good. I'm actually excited for this. Yeah.
This game, they didn't even say this. This was ridiculous, by the way. This expansion is overhauling the effing game. Like, it is like changing the entire game. It is like WoW 2.0 launch. Like when everything freaking reset and changed. That's what this expansion
Why do you
is doing.
think I waited? I literally said I'm waiting for this fucking DLC.
But they didn't even put it in this trailer. They didn't even say
I
anything
know.
about it. They just
I
showed the
know.
trailer.
I know.
I'm like, how have they not put this information? This is exciting information for people who are like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'd play this.
I'm
game.
sure they don't want to upset the people that already bought it. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is like
Don't even mention it
'Cause
anymore.
because I have I have two characters in there because I started playing over again when we got the next gen version.
Are you upset, Mike, to hear that they're going to do a massive QOL on the game?
No,
Upset?
because
Why would he be upset?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because
it just don't hide behind it.
You do have to when I jumped back in with the next gen update, the whole perk system got sort of erased, and you had to re-choose all of your stuff because they had reworked some stuff. So kind of expect that to happen again
It's going
with
to,
my other
100%.
characters, which is fine. So
Yeah, it's
um,
100% happening.
I'll start over again. It's really not long if you mainline it, even though there's lots of side stuff. So it
No,
looks
I
good.
mean,
I'm probably gonna play this. I
it's
mean,
kind of I'm gonna be in that boat, Mike, because I kind of was interested in playing it after the anime, and I'm actually glad I waited, because for $30
That's what I
more,
said.
I'm gonna own this.
That's what
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
fucking said, yeah.
The game cost me $7, so
Yeah,
for $30
$37,
more, yeah, it's not
And
bad.
that's what I said. I said
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, you get,
because
yeah,
just for me personally, like once a game fucks up and I'm like, nah, this game sucks, I will never go back to it. Diablo 3, perfect example. I was like, no, I don't care how much you guys are talking about the expansion. I just refuse. I absolutely refuse.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk about Star Wars in a little bit. Forza Motorsport coming October. Big shock. It looks like cars. It looks good.
cars.
people love their car games, man.
I used to like.
haven't
I
been the
used to
same
use,
since
like,
Gotham.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
I just can't get excited for it. It's like I
That's
was
it.
never
That's
that.
absolutely.
I'm glad it's still
I-
coming out. That's
They always
love
they
it.
always use
Yeah.
them for like to
Zoom,
show off
zoom.
the tech and to show
Yeah.
off the graphics.
And that's
Like,
great,
That's
yeah.
what they're good for.
yeah.
But I
that's
can't
perfect.
see much of a difference anymore. Like I'm at the point where I love these style of games, and I'm like, I don't see what's different between this and the last game. Visually.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah. Let's see. Clockwork Revolution.
Very Bioshocky.
I thought
Yeah,
this,
I
I,
thought it
was,
was-
I thought this was gonna be. Is this new
Is that the
Bioshock?
Ken Levine?
I thought this was Bioshock.
Yeah.
I thought it was Bioshock
No,
when they were
no,
showing
it's
it.
not.
I was ready for like a sequel to Infinite or something like that. But let's see. Anything impressive like besides?
No, I mean not nothing. Like maybe something comes like shows up as something later on, but
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
not saying
the
it's
big
not.
stuff.
It's cool that they're going to be doing a lot of little things, and there's a lot in this. You can watch the presentations on YouTube, guys. But like I think the biggest thing about this,
if you guys have stuff that's caught your eye, and let us know. Maybe we should look into it more. But
yeah, I mean Hellblade 2. I didn't think that they showed
We
it.
saw
Hellblade
that
2
a
was
lot before.
such a bad way to reveal that. I was just like,
Why would you do that? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I thought it was a horrible choice to. The game's got to be pretty far along, and they showed us this.
yeah.
well, I think that's like we've seen that
I-
already.
Scrubbed through that.
Yeah, did we see that
trailer.
already? We saw that one already. I thought it was different.
No, not
But-
that. I'm just saying we saw
No.
the game before.
Yes, yeah.
Apparently, they showed gameplay before, and now they
Oh.
showed this boring trailer. So
Yeah, we had
Even
the,
the last trailer was boring. So
a SimCity like sequel thing, City Skylines 2.
That's
I think the big thing to jump into, guys, is Starfield. Starfield.
Yeah.
That was the
Really?
big, obviously leading.
you want to?
We're skipping
do
the other
Outlaws?
Alice game.
Which
Which one?
game?
Star Wars Outlaws is Ubisoft, and we can go into that if you want to go back to Starfield.
Oh,
You guys
You
want to
know,
go back to Starfield?
no, yeah, we'll go back to Starfield. We'll do the Star Wars now because even though we're going to cheat and count the actual gameplay that we saw from Ubisoft instead of just going from the trailer, which is pointless.
No, I was happy I watched the Ubisoft reveal because I was quite
Yeah,
impressed with
no.
this game. Yeah.
Well, because you don't know what the game is at all from the trailer.
No, you
And
don't.
then-
And I was like, what is this going to be? And then you got to see the gameplay. Yeah.
The gameplay, just to me, it looked a little generic until we started flying finally, and then I'm like, all right, I could see this being interesting. Because if you're not gonna go the saber route, the Force and saber route with Star Wars, you need to have space combat, in my opinion. I don't need a game where you're just shooting in Star Wars universe. It's just not
Yeah, I
not
mean,
that interesting to me. So
it just has a like I hate to say it, and I'm gonna get shit for it. It has a Grand Theft Auto vibe to it, and very, very
Really?
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, very. You didn't get Grand Theft Auto this?
no, I got Uncharted vibes a little bit.
How?
From
No, I got Grand Theft Auto. Like
mean,
it's a shootout with a mesh open world where you can just grab any vehicle and drive away, and there's a wanted thing, and you can get it. You have to
You
run away. Through,
You thought that was organic and not like sort of a canned sequence? Because
I
I
thought that
thought,
No,
I
I
thought
thought
it was
yeah.
canned.
No, I didn't think it was canned. I thought it was they could just grab whatever they wanted and go. That's
I
what
mean,
got from it.
they say it's an open world, but I don't know. I felt like that was canned, but I don't know.
I got that was Grand Theft Auto. Like, get the hell out of there. Oh, there's a speeder here. I'm going to grab this one instead. But I'm sure there were other options you could have done to get out of there. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I got from this.
I don't know.
Which is
I'm not so sure, but
Grand Theft Auto is what I got from it. I mean, anybody else didn't get that? You guys didn't get that vibe?
No, I didn't actually see the gameplay.
I don't watch it.
for
I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. So.
It looked really good. It looked really good, guys.
I mean,
It looked-
for me was
it
that
looks
like
okay.
I'm a little disappointed. This is the Star Wars game we got.
From Ubisoft?
I'm just saying, like I'm just a little disappointed that this is the game we got when there was a game that I felt was like way more interesting sounding that was in development, and they canned that and then we get this. That's all. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. You're basically non-solo, like fem solo here, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Like,
bounty hunter kind of thing. Smuggler, not bounty hunter, smuggler.
No, I mean,
So-
we'll see. It's at least it's not Jedi's and stuff.
Yeah.
So like you have your Jedi survivor, and now you get this other
Yeah,
part of the story. So we'll
absolutely. So,
see.
what else? Do you guys see? You want to do the other ones and go back to Starfield? Is that what you guys want to do?
No,
So
I'm
I'm
talking
sure
about
it's-
Metaphor, the fucking Alice
Metaphor.
game.
Okay, let's
The
talk
other-
about metaphor. My apologies. Yes.
Did you
What is
not
this?
see it?
Yes.
You don't
What
think
was
that's what I'm
this?
talking about? It's the fucking
Oh, yeah,
RPG by Alice.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, absolutely.
That
I'm
looks
sorry, I'm-
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, I watched this whole
Yeah.
one. I watched this whole showcase. So I watched all. Like I
You'd
didn't watch
have to
all
listen.
of. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch all of the final part. But yes. So yeah, I mean, I just skipped through it because I'm like flipping through this article and I just went over it. So, but my apologies. So yeah, let's talk about it. Go ahead. Oh God.
I think it looks amazing. I think it looks really good. It's a brand new franchise because they've been fucking milking Persona's tits for
Persona for
a
so
decade
much.
now.
I mean, why wouldn't you
heavily-
though? But yeah.
Right?
it
Why
is
wouldn't you? But,
Heavily
like,
Persona influenced
no,
though.
no, no, yeah, but I mean, like that's just like the visual design, and I think that's fine
Sure.
because that's what people like about it. I mean, nobody else is doing something like that.
No, and
So
I
it's
do
fine.
I do love what this is going to bring, like in a fantasy world. Maybe Steam. I don't even know.
It
But
looked like
I
this
do know
interesting
that-
hybrid of like Attack on Titan and Persona.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to look at it. That's not a bad way to look at it, actually. So, I mean, it definitely has the Persona vibe to it, but it's going to be an all new story, all new world, which is exciting, coming in
Well,
2024.
it's not in this Persona universe, Jim.
I said all new world.
No, I know, but you're making it sound like it's part of the Persona
Oh,
world.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it
Yeah,
sound
I
that way.
mean,
I said it's its own thing.
you very much got the vibe that, oh, it's a Persona thing when you saw it, apparently, because that's why
I
you
did.
tuned it out.
No, I actually I like loved Persona 5, and this has
I
that
know,
interface
but-
from it, and so I'm excited for this game. I don't know if I'm like blown away from it like Tony was, but I do think it looks great, and it does have a Attack on Titan's vibe. Actually, if I think about it now, that does kind of that's a good comparison right there.
Comparison.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I hope it comes out good, but like at least it's something new.
Strange
It's not
name.
another fucking Persona fucking spin-off or
I
some
got you,
shit where I'm
yeah.
just like, please, for the love of God, count to 6.
Strikers.
Count the fucking 6.
it's
not
gonna
hard.
bring it's gonna bring you new experiences, different
Yeah.
things than what Persona's brought you anyway.
Exactly.
So yes, yeah, I got it.
And I think that's I have to give Phil and the Xbox team kudos for actually trying and getting Japanese games on the fucking showcase. You know, 'Cause-
and Game Pass.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
is this. I know Personas are definitely
This-
on Game Pass. I don't know. if
This may
one is.
not be Game Pass now that I think about it. This may be one of the only games at the show that did not see
The-
coming to Game Pass.
The remake things were, right?
Yes, yeah. I don't think this is going to come to Game Pass now that I
Yeah,
think about
and
it.
it's weird because like so the thing is Xbox does this thing where if they feature you in a trailer, like you can't even talk about the other platforms. So it's like coming to Xbox Series S and X and PC.
Yeah.
It's like okay,
But Sony did that.
no,
They
I
wanna do this?
know.
They did. 100%.
But no, what I'm saying is the
No,
companies.
apparently, there's an actual, at least I don't know how long it lasts, but it's like a what you call it,
An embargo?
Black, yeah.
Yeah, it's a media
Yeah,
blackout.
It's an embargo for like a week or something.
Yeah.
So
Like the
remember
companies.
They
when-
didn't even mention it.
and,
So they didn't even
and-
mention
and
it.
by the way, I'm totally like stealing this from Kyle Bossman, but remember when Sony had their thing, Xbox tweeted like, oh, and all these games
Yeah,
are
all these
also
games are
coming
coming to Xbox,
Xbox
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Sony can't do that for a week or so because of this embargo.
Okay, that
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
Microsoft
like, they
playing
didn't say
dirty.
that.
They, they're all for bringing more games to the gamers, but we don't want you to know that's coming to other platforms, which you may already own.
Yeah,
Fucking
they
Phil
but they
Spencer.
don't care about their platform. They said that many times, right? They don't care.
Yeah, they
about
don't
their
care
platform.
about that. But yeah, it's weird because like I mean, there's no way in hell this is not coming to PlayStation, right? Like, there's no way in hell. But
Oh, absolutely,
but
it's coming to
Sony
PlayStation.
/ Atlas can't even acknowledge the existence of a PlayStation version of the game right now.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Gotta wait
I
a
get
week
it.
or so.
I understood during their show not to mention it.
Bigger
because Sony did
question
the same
is it
thing, but-
coming to PC?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else in this thing that we had Path of the Goddess reveal, which was in Capcom's thing. Do you want to talk about that real quick?
It looked
Let's
interesting.
just keep moving.
Yeah, but yeah, just nothing really to talk about.
I mean, was there anything in the Capcom reveals?
I didn't watch that one. I don't think.
I did. I didn't think it was. I mean, Mega Man X offline.
Yeah, but yeah.
I
Nothing.
mean, it's fine. Yeah, but all right. So Starfield was finally shown here.
This is the first time I like Starfield. Like actually, like what I saw.
This actually made it look interesting.
Yeah.
Everything else has been like, oh, what are we getting here? We don't know yet.
Like,
we have hopes, but we have no idea. This actually, we're getting something. We're getting there.
They did a ton of work on this game since last reveal.
The biggest step forward for me was the action. It looks good.
It looks way better because I did not like the last year's thing. I was like, this looks bad gunplay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to play. This looks like Fallout 4, and I was like, I don't want to play it. And they did Fallout 4, didn't they? This
yeah.
So that gave me really bad reservations to play this game, and now I'm like, I've forgotten all about that when I started watching this whole thing. I was like, wow, this is really well done. Like really well done. It's I mean, again, now we're talking about definitively a huge world. Multiple planets to go to, universes,
hundreds or thousands, whatever the fuck.
That's
the only thing that still gives me reservations because I'm just like, like
I got
give me a little No Man's Sky.
We lived through No Man's Sky. You can't fool me with that anymore.
Yeah,
and I get it. Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I'm still always skeptical. Even now, after watching this, I'm still skeptical about what that means. You know what I mean?
I am
barren wastelands.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I worry that it's going to be sort of Mass Effect-y, maybe the first Mass Effect. Those worlds. I mean, that wouldn't be terrible just to go somewhere, mine it, and leave. But
in one, could you get out in Mass Effect 3? Get out and walk around on the barren planets?
Mass Effect 3? No, you sent probes over there to mine shit.
No. In the first one,
it was
you were on the moons at least, or a moon or two.
You're driving a vehicle.
The Mako.
Yeah.
The Mako.
It was so empty. Yeah, so I'm worried
it was
that could be
empty.
that. That's
there was like one objective on each thing. I don't even know if you're going to get one objective though on each thing.
They're saying here is like
if you have that many planets.
Who knows what you can find? I mean, I gotta say this world looks incredible. Like I do.
The universe. Yeah.
Ultimately, and I'm still gonna knock them for this. 1080p 60 frames is totally fine for me if that's capable of doing this. Yeah. I don't want 4K. Like I don't want 4K 30. I'm not gonna knock the game because I'm still gonna play this and it looks so impressive. But that would have just been that extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could not care less about that.
60 frames is so much nicer than 4K to 1080p. Like it's just such a nicer jump, impression wise, Mike. Combat wise, it's just so much better.
But I wonder, like, did they choose 30 frames for a more cinematic feel than instead of a gameplay? You know, because I saw stuff on Twitter, it's like, oh, it was a choice. Like we wanted this to, be more cinematic.
I feel this is another thing where the Series S is just
I think
handicapped.
I think the series has held it back. Absolutely.
100%.
I don't know. I don't need 60 frames from a Bethesda game. I don't.
You do.
I don't.
But let's dissect this stuff, guys. So the worlds that were created, the new Atlantis that they talked about for a while, but like just the transitions from exploring to flight to changing worlds. This is what we saw with No Man's Sky to begin with, and that's why I understand your reservations. But it looks like they're pulling it off.
Yeah, I mean, based on this, and I know it's obviously, they made the footage, so, you got to take a grain of salt with it.
Really know what did they say? It definitely is running on an Xbox.
Yes, it said.
That's what they said.
No, it didn't. No, I think it said. Didn't it say running on a PC with Xbox settings?
No, maybe it was.
I don't know.
Or was that another game? I may be mixing it up with another game because that happened.
I don't remember. That's why it's like
that 100% happened in the showcase. It said that in the showcase someplace.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think it looks really good. I do like how we have more information on like the ship and how you can fly and how you can buy and sell ships and like you can have different types. Like it's not just like cosmetic. It's like, hey, this is like a fighter, like
right. That's
ship
a
or
pretty interesting space sequence too. Which
yeah. And I loved how they had like was it this or am I getting it mixed with the Star Wars where it had like the TIE fighter like where like you want to put like maybe your engines your engine power up so that you could do the warp faster.
This was this.
Yeah, okay.
This was
I was
this.
just making sure I
the
wasn't
Hyper-
getting mixed up with
The Star Wars game, which sucks for the Star Wars game, just got trounced by how basic that was compared to what this did. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I mean, this game is also.
Although
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just bad timing, is really what it was. But yes,
it is funny though that you can the ship stuff in general, all of it though, you can dock or kill random like encounters in space.
Yeah, and that reminds me of FTL. If you guys remember me talking about that like 5 or 6 years ago or whatever like that, where just you have these random encounters that happen in the universe, and depending on what you do, like all these different outcomes can happen. Like pirates, and like you recruit them, or pirates, you can kill them or whatever, and it's like that's so cool.
Yeah.
Play it the way you want it was so driven home here. Really play it the way you want it.
Lady ordered sandwiches for some reason.
I thought that was so funny. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, I went in, thinking if this is Fallout 4 in space, that's, but okay. Like I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay.
I wouldn't.
I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Excited.
That's what I was expecting.
And on the upper end, I'm kind of hoping it's a Fallout meets Mass Effect type thing. Now I don't. There is some areas though where it's lacking a little bit. There, it still seems there's no intelligent aliens from what I can tell.
That is the biggest knock for me. Yeah,
which is a shame. Maybe there's a story reasons. Maybe you'll discover them later. You probably will, honestly, the way you're finding these artifacts and shit. But and the people seem okay. Obviously, like you realize with very few exceptions in Bethesda games, all the companions are basically humans. You get a few super mutants or robots here and there, but and they've had good companions in the past, so hopefully they're fleshed out and good again. A lot story-wise is going to be on the back of the companions and how versatile they are, or how evergreen in a good way, not a Preston Garvey way they seem to act as living characters. But no, all the flying stuff really is what put it over the top from what I expected.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that was going to be fun looking, and it definitely looked like it was. Like again, Tony, it could be Star Wars. No, it's better than what we got with Star Wars showing this. Yes,
and I will say, I'll eat a little bit of crow on this with regards to how it relates to Fallout 4. But when they showed off the base building, I was like, that is cool. Like that, I'm excited to do. Like I had no interest in doing it in Fallout.
Because you can. Yeah, it makes it matter because you can harvest. Materials now. Right, your base. Right. There's a function.
There's a gameplay.
I always hoped it would. Yeah.
Right. And Fallout was just like, why am I doing this? None of this. It doesn't matter. I'm just annoyed more.
I'll say, like, I think that without Microsoft's money and help, this game would have been Fallout 4 in space. And I do think that Microsoft threw a lot of money to make sure this game was not that.
I can see
because
that.
It's getting delayed so much.
I do 100% think that, because don't forget, like, they bought this company, they've canceled so many games, they can't miss. This is their all eggs in one basket game. It has to work. It has to work. They put a lot. They put a lot into.
I mean, the only bad, like,
and they bought the exclusive
thing for us. This is their
exclusive
get on PC.
Game. Yeah, I know, but this is their exclusive game to the Xbox.
I'm just saying, like,
they want this to be. This is the game that they want you to think.
How would you think that the PC version outsells the Xbox version?
Oh, I might. It might. I'm not saying. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
I mean, outsell. There's no. I mean, it's already #1 seller on Steam. Last I looked.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So I will say, like, my expectations going into this game have been pretty low. Like pretty low, I would say.
They got raised for me.
It's not gone to my list.
Mine was 0, so
you can't.
This was my most anticipated of the year.
But there was, like, we've had conversations with me talking about my Xbox and not needing it, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad I held it now, because I'm like, I want to play this game this year. I want to play this year. And legitimately, like, Tears of the Kingdom is incredible, and it's probably game of the year. But this does have a shot.
This is the only other thing that would.
It's got a pulse. Like, there's no way you can't think of that right now. Like the way what I just saw. It's damn impressive.
Yeah, I like the part in the trailer with the perks. Did you guys see that? Where they selected
a little bit of
heroic or hero or whatever, and like that like younger guy comes up and is like, "Wow, are you really blah blah blah?" And it's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And like, so you recruit the kid, but like he's so annoying, he just keeps talking. But then later on in the trailer, it's like he's like blabbing. You're just like, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wasn't it? I think they made him the annoying fan, like reference from
yeah,
the other
Fallout, yeah.
Oblivion.
That's what I got with this. Like, Mike, I think I think they really are trying the Mass Effect crossover to Fallout. Like, this is really what I felt like. Again, recruiting people based on your credibility and your renown. That's what it is. Like, I think that's something that in Mass Effect discounts and stuff you used to get in that game. It just felt like that.
Right, and what I wanted to see out of this was more of the RPG stuff, because like the shooter stuff, like in Fallout 3 was meh. New Vegas is a little better, and Fallout 4 it felt better. Still not good though, but like that's why I'm playing Fallout games. I'm playing Fallout games to shoot people. I'm playing Fallout games to play a fucking RPG. And that's what was missing for me last year with the Starfield trailer. I was just like, hey, you're just only showing me the combat, which just looks serviceable. It's there. But now that they saw the RPG, the classic like different dialogue options, the different like skills and stuff like that, like okay, good. Like yeah, I probably could have assumed it was there, but I don't like to assume anymore. Like you need to show me that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you can get through most fights with just talking.
Yeah. And you can, assuming is
some fights with talking.
Not good.
It's definitely impressive. They've actually the excitement for me came from when watching the play styles, how you want to play this game, explosive, sneaking, conversations, snipers. Cover shooting.
It's always my problem in these games. I want to do all of that. So I'm just going to be.
But you're all
ineffective at all of it.
We're all good at
that's why. See, that's what I love the Fallout games for, because they were ripe for replayability. Because it was like Fallout 3. My first one was just like, I'm going to be a straight shooter. Like I'm going to be a savior of the wastelands. I did, and I was like, okay, great. Now I'm going to be the fucking scumbag of the wastelands, and I just wreaked havoc on every fucking city I went to. And it was so fun because like NPCs react differently, and like. You can solve quest lines differently.
It's funny. It's like I did that with Outer Worlds quite a bit. I made myself like an asshole in that game.
Yeah, I love it.
It was fun. But I can't believe I'm very impressed with this game. I'm like I was not expecting to have this conversation on this podcast last week. Would not have thought about this.
No, I didn't think this game was going to be anywhere near my radar. And I'm like, well, now does it run on Steam Deck? Because then...
does it run on Steam Deck?
Show to show.
I mean, if it can run on an Xbox S, it can probably run on a Steam Deck.
Right,
so, closer to closer, Spider-Man 2, Starfield.
Well, I mean, I'm more excited for Spider-Man 2 personally, but Starfield turned around like 100%.
I would say Starfield did more as far as a reveal here. Did more heavy lifting.
Yeah,
pull you
absolutely.
in.
Yeah.
Pull you in.
Spider-Man.
I think we're all sold on Spider-Man 2 already.
Yeah, that's the thing. Spider-Man 2, there's no
doesn't need anything.
Right, there's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sequel to a game that we all loved, and this is a brand new game that could potentially, be
Otherwise, honestly, for this showcase, I would rank it the same as I did Sony's, which I was not impressed with either. Like, I didn't think it showed that much. They didn't show a lot of gameplay of games I was interested in. Sony did the same thing on theirs. There was all CG trailers. It was games that, when they did show games, it wasn't exciting for me. I would say Microsoft did the same thing in their showcase here for me, with the exception of this game. And Spider-Man 2. So, in my opinion, they were very similar showcases.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think...
I would rank this a bit higher than Sony.
I mean,
honestly.
I personally would give it...
Because of the reveal, yeah.
I think because my expectations for Microsoft overall are lowered, I give it a little bit of an edge here.
Right.
Because, like, going to the Sony showcase, I was just like, great, all you need to show me is, like, the next big game. Yeah. And I'm sold. Like, I will buy a fucking PS5 right now. I'm so ready for it.
But you would,
and they didn't.
Microsoft
and I'm just like...
Yeah, Microsoft had to sell you on this.
Like, what if Metaphor was PS5 like exclusive? Then that would have been like, all right.
Yeah, it's like, all right,
might as well.
But it's good. I mean,
it's cool.
Yeah. Cool.
It's like I say, I definitely was. I did a 180 on Starfield because I was not interested at all.
Yeah.
Just based off
I was going to play it, but I wasn't going to. I wasn't expecting it to be fun. So, I was going to hate play it basically just because I had the Xbox at that point. And, that's where I was with this, but.
Sell it, get a PC, dude. You can play everything.
Yeah, but the PC costs more.
Yeah, but you can. You're keeping this system for one game.
No, I mean there's more. I'm playing games. I have Game Pass. I mean it's not like I'm not playing stuff. It's just
you can do that on a PC.
I could do that on a PC. You're right. So, all right. What else do we have? Anything else, guys? That was good.
I mean, there's the Ubisoft stuff. There's the
I didn't really watch the Ubisoft one, so I can't.
there was
comment
the
on
It's just
it.
the
the
trailer,
Assassin's
really.
Creed.
For Outlaws,
Yeah, I
right?
just watched the Star Wars thing. That's what I watched.
I watched that, and I watched the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Unity, which is I almost wonder why
It
it's
was
not
Mirage.
Mirage. I mean, yeah, which
Gotcha.
I wonder why it's not a remake of the original games because it's very similar, just with a few more bells and whistles. But it's a return to basics, I guess. Which it looks okay. I'm wait and see for that one, but
Okay.
because I haven't been in Assassin's Creed universe in a while now since they got all bloated. But we'll see.
Real quick though, how do you feel about paying extra to be able to play the game early?
I hate that.
For which game?
Starfield. You
Starfield.
gotta buy like the special edition, and you can play it 5 days early or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
gonna-
I didn't
I'm
hear
not
that.
paying
That's
any-
bullshit.
I did not hear
That
that.
is
No,
bullshit.
I'm not doing that.
But
I'm
Diablo
not doing
did-
that.
Diablo
I'm
did
playing it
this
for
as
free
well.
on Game Pass.
Everybody's doing this. Like Diablo
Well,
did this.
no,
and
you have to specifically buy like the special edition for this. Diablo just had a
they want to give
pre-order.
them something.
Whatever.
I thought you had to buy a special edition for Diablo. It was not
just
just
had
it
to
was just
pre-order.
pre-order.
Just
Oh.
pre-order.
My fault. Okay, then that's not the same. I hate that. I absolutely fucking hate that.
That's bullshit.
And how about how do you price increase a system that's been out? Let me critique that because
that was the worst. One more thing. I was like, you're releasing a 1 terabyte S. Who's asking for that? Like, I thought it was legitimately gonna be like a storage solution, like an external, like a cheaper external hard drive, or even like a disk add-on that we know was in production or development or whatever at some point.
I really thought it was going to be a storage device finally that's going to be able to expand everything and be more cost effective than what they have because they chose so poorly with that storage stuff.
I just don't understand the logic in releasing a $350 Xbox Series S. Like
I'm okay with them putting a 1 terabyte solid state.
But the price increase it's just like the
same price.
Yeah, why would you not just get an Xbox Series X at that point? Like what? Like 351 to 500 is not that big of a deal. It's really not.
Oh,
for a video game
system.
It is a
jump, but a PS5 is $399. You're in the PS5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the PS Digital is $399. So what are you doing?
You're in a bad realm with this.
Yeah,
it's a terrible choice. $299 is. I don't expect it to be a 350 long. I expect it just to be a 299 when it comes out.
Yeah.
So
it's still
which is fine. It doesn't affect me. But
it's just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Come on, Phil.
That was a bad choice. So we'll see. I saw a lot of flack for that.
Apparently, Phil was on a show after the showcase, and he apologized for how I guess emotional he got on that one podcast or something like that.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, he was apologizing. I was like. He's like,
Somebody
oh,
told him.
The Redfall podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Redfall, man.
You probably spoke a little too frank there, and the whole fact that man, even if Starfield comes out to 10 out of 10 reviews, people aren't going to sell their PS5s to buy an Xbox. I'm like, that's not the point, though, man. You're missing the forest for the trees.
Did the failure of Redfall enhance Starfield's amazingness?
No.
Because that game is trash. This game is impressive.
No.
I actually feel bad. I feel so bad now for the developer that.
So you're saying Redfall fell, so
Yes, Redfall,
Starfield could fly.
Starfield could
fall,
fly.
so Starfield could fly. Yes.
Poetic.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It was like I said. I do agree with you guys that it was probably a better showcase based on the fact that it sold us on a game. But overall, I felt like game wise,
They were kind of
it's fine. Yeah.
I have
very
found myself.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in Fable, and I'm very disappointed in No Gear 6 and
No Perfect Dark.
Decay. State of Decay, right? Yeah, it was another one.
And what was that other one that Rare was
cares
working
about State
on?
of, nobody cares about State of Decay.
Big games that are out there that they're working on games.
They're
working on games.
What was
How
the
long is that
Rare
gonna
one?
be?
Everwild?
Yes,
Right,
that was the other
yes.
one. Everwild.
What the fuck is going on with that?
Yeah,
Toilet.
game's gonna be out in the next generation. Is what's
Or we'll see it again with the other key crowd actor, and he'll be a giant or something.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So, all right. I think it's going to wrap up this episode, though, folks. So, thanks for tuning in. Once again, we are live on Twitch Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. Please join us there. If not, we're on YouTube the following day, so subscribe to both channels to get the latest and greatest. Thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week. We're out.